in Uganda Extra, as we are having big conversations now rotating around the Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, I should say. So, and of course, today, as we are discussing more of the background of the Bunyoro Kitara Kitara Kingdom, our main focus as well is going to go back to the roadmap of where it all began in 2023, this very year, on the 6th of April, when the kingdom kick-started off the 100 years of remembering or commemorating the Omukama Chwa II Kabalega of Bunyoro as well. So remembering the good old days of course, the time when we let's say the historians or history students used to study more about Omukama Kabalega. Now today, we are definitely going to be having more in-depth understanding of the kingdom and much more as well. Joining us this morning to have this kind of discussion, though, is Honorable Philip Katoire, who is the Minister for External Relations, Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom. Good morning, sir. Many thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Mr. Sonko.
Sonko.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning.
And of course, we as well expect the Prime Minister of the Kingdom to be joining us later on in our discussion. Now, as we start off, Honorable Philip, Bunyoro Kingdom, for the viewers, just a brief background of the kingdom, the journey the kingdom has taken so far.
Yeah. Good morning, viewers. My name is Katawire Philip, Minister of External Affairs. But in our culture, we call it Omugatwa. Omugatwa is the minister, Omugatwa. Okay. Then the category is Omwikirwa. Yeah. Bunyoro Kingdom, as you may have read in the books, has been an old ancient, actually in this area, West Africa, Central Africa. It was very big, extending up to Rwanda, Karagwe, Northern Tanzania, all this area actually. Then Eastern Congo, up to Bulega. Oh, that is the empire of Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom. Okay. And we've had very many kings. The current Omukama is Dr. Iguru, the first. He's 27th king of Babito dynasty. Babito. Okay. After the Batembuzi, the Bachwezi, then Babito. Okay. So he's the 27th king of that dynasty of Babito. And so Kabalega, Omukama Chwa Kabalega, yes, is Chwa Kabalega is the grandfather of this current Omukama, because Kabalega, the father of Winnie was the Winnie 4. Winnie was the Omukama of Bunyoro. Okay. When Omukama dies in Bunyoro, we don't say he dies, we say Omukama atulize. Atulize. What does atulize mean from the Bunyoro dialect? Kutuza, it is we don't say Omukama does not die. Omukama tafa. In our culture, we just say atulize, Omukama atulize. Okay. Like in Uganda, you say akisomukono. Akisomukono in the Uganda say. Kubuka barababuka na mukabaka tabuka. Akisomukono. And then Mumbeja aserengese. Na ituga mumitokati aserengesere. That's kind of thing. So we are trying to celebrate Omukama Kabalega because of the things he did for this region. Kingdom. Yeah, okay. When he came in at age 16, the kingdom had been fragmented so much, but he managed to unite it. That's why you see, we say even the youth of today should not think that they cannot do anything much. Can you imagine a boy of age 16? Currently, today. Yeah, today. How they take themselves, how they are taking things so easy. So Kabalega was able to unite Bunyoro. Bunyoro had been fragmented. He had united after all those. Then he refused the slave trade. Then he promoted trade in ivory. Ivory was by then was legal. Today it's poaching, but those days trading in ivory was allowed. He traded in ivory, in salt, and all other things. So he was able to do that and united Bunyoro, and that was very good. So we are remembering him for what he did. These colonists had come, they were disturbing this area. He showed the Africans, actually, in East Africa and Africa at large, that you could resist. And Bunyoro is a powerful. It's a powerful, and it helped people, most leaders actually, to understand, also to emulate. You may find that even in Kenya, independence, Tanzania, wherever, they had to pick from this this omukama kingura, we call them kingura, okay. But, when you die,
Kabalega.
but now it's omukama kabalega. So
Okay.
that's what they did. Now he died from Mpumude, you know, after he was captured.
Yes, if you can take us through
After
the death of Omukama.
Omukama was captured in Kangai. That's in Ndokolo.
When he, as he was fleeing, or
You know, after Zungus, you know, Zungus had superior weapons.
very true.
But Kabalega had built an army of 50,000 men, strong men, including mercenaries and his own people.
Okay.
So he gave them 9 years of resistance. He fought them for 9 years. You know, they had superior weapons, but he was not having the
And
same.
they had the guns. And,
Yeah, but he managed to keep them at bay for
9 years.
For 9 years. So after some time, then when the Wazungus again came and told this Kawaka Amwanga that now Uganda is now protectorate, he also now, he was not happy. So he went and joined the Kabalega. You can see how they have been, they were very close.
So they decided to
fight
fight
the
together
British,
against the
but
British.
still they were really overpowered because they used guerrilla warfare tactics. These guys, they brought mercenaries from where or wherever, and they captured them in Dokolo, in Kangai. There is a monument there. So they took them, they took him to Seychelles. Like they took them both.
To the Seychelles Islands.
Yes, Kabalega was wounded. One arm was already shot in the arm. He had a gun called Bagairibata. He had that name was, how can they close my path? In Runyoro they say, Umuhanda, in other words, Bagairibata, how have you closed my path? He said, you do have it. How can they refuse me to pass? So that's how he termed his gun. His gun. When they shot him in the arm, could not shoot. So even together with Mwanga, they were captured. They were taken through Mulungo there. They got a canoe ship, took them across up Seychelles.
Okay.
So when he was coming back, they put him there for 27 years in
exile.
In exile, yeah. And in fact, 24. I think 24. Then after a lot of lobbying and they were resisting, writing to all other countries, they released him.
Okay.
And then on the way back, he rested at Mpumude.
Okay.
In Soga, you know, Mpumude is Mpumuide in Lunyoro.
Yes.
He rested there, then died there.
So it's more like in Uganda.
That was
they have rested.
that was 6th of April.
Yes.
In 1923.
So that is how we get into the 100 years.
100 years. Now this year, we made the 6th April, 23, 100 years.
100 years.
And we had a big function to launch this campaign. Yes, campaign.
Yes.
Take us for a year in Buyanja, in Kibale. Kibale is in a...
On that issue of the campaign, a viewer out there or someone from Bunyoro Kingdom would wish to know, especially those who are not based in Bunyoro currently, they would wish to know, at the start of this particular campaign, at the launch of the campaign, 6th of April, 2023, what were the objectives of the launch of this campaign and what have you achieved so far? But first, what were you aiming at this year?
We have made a roadmap for this year.
Okay.
There are many activities. Of course, we're not going to eat and celebrate and forget it there. We looked at the scholarship fund, Kawalega Fund, to pay for our children, those who are needy, who are unable, because we said this man's legacy, first of all, he was a good leader. Now, leaders are also groomed, but to be a leader, he must be educated.
Very true.
And Bunyoro has had that problem, really challenging. Our schools are not really up to date, and people are very needy, they don't have the money. So we have thought that since he was a very good leader in Bunyoro, let's also help bring up other leaders. The man who could lead Bunyoro at age 16 for 29 years, you cannot really say he had to be educated now. So we are launching that one. We are planning now, first of all, to raise funds. We want partners, we want well-wishers, volunteers to help us this as we go through this year. Several activities. The first one is the run on Saturday. This coming Saturday we have Kabalega run in Hoima. Okay. The other day we launched it. The kits are out, and people should come and get them from outlet points, which we shall share later on. Then we have also we want to build Kabalega Center.
Okay. What is this one for?
We shall have many, of course, a museum in it, activities. It showcases actually all our what we have for tourism activities, even for our culture. And we have a lot of artifacts, which are even in London, which the Zungus took away. They took away a lot of art. Even Nyamiaru is our 9-legged stool of where they thrown our kings. It was taken.
Okay.
And we have seen them in Pitt's Rivers Museum in the UK. They are there, well marked, Bunyoro Kitara. And the most kingdoms have got theirs. Benin, countries have already got, Benin has got. So we're also going to follow other countries. We want to get our artifacts. Also showcase our history.
Okay.
Raise funds through that center, many other activities.
Okay.
And we have a talk show, Serena.
Okay. That is to bringing together the Banyoro within the country.
In the country, and even outside they will follow. Okay. It will be live streaming.
Okay.
So we want them to come on board. And not only Banyoro alone, by the way, because we want to educate everybody. Not only we have to give out books to schools, even in Uganda, even Usoga. We don't want to only to
understand the history of the kingdom as well.
Because Kabalega was not really a local thing. You can see even the country, Uganda has got, this army now has got Kabalega medals. It is the most cherished award you've had them be given by the head of state.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called Kabalega medal.
No, it's even in our history books, Kabalega.
So that's what we want to do.
African region.
I want to educate our Banyoro, those who are even in need, who have no money, who have been impoverished, but intelligent ones. So that's what we want to raise money and to have to do it through, but we can't do it alone. Now the kingdoms have no tax collection. We need everybody to come on board. Other kingdoms, the government, because we are partners in development, as you know.
And as well, I wanted to understand, when you look at most of the other kingdoms, or the structures of the kingdoms, have, let's say, counties, and then, let's say, totems, or, for example, you belong to this particular group, this and this is common in most of the kingdoms in the country, or chiefdoms that we have. How is the Bunyoro kingdom structured?
Actually, Bunyoro kingdom is led by the Omukama, at the apex, at the tip. Then we have the prime minister and cabinet, like myself, the Bagatwa. Then we have Amasaza, Southern chiefs, you know. We also have Gombola chiefs, Abama Gombora, Aba Mukama, not these other for central government.
Yes.
We have also the local village chiefs, the very last person there. So through our structure, we are able to mobilize people for good, like you see in Uganda.
Yes.
Actually, Baganda and Banyoro, we are brothers. The history tells us that Baganda came from there. The first Chimera for us, we know that Chimera came and
back to the Chwezi dynasty.
After that, they came and then they founded this kingdom here. They found Baganda living in clusters, clan clusters.
The great Bunyoro Kitara kingdom.
They found when somebody Chimera came here, they found the Baganda living in clusters of clans. You know how you live in clans. So he told the big man there, I found kuna abantu bali mu Buganda. Buganda wabantu bulana. So that's how for us it's told in our place there.
Okay.
So we can see your brothers. We are brothers. We are one. We have the same. Actually, we have almost same totems. Tunave Chima, Tunave Mbogo. Yeah, we have got even Miziro. Ours we call it a Miziro. Zire Mbogo. Zire Nkende is Nchima.
Okay.
The Ndiwa Gundi, the Musambu. I don't know what they call it here. Here it is Nadoli's clan here. You know, I forgot here in Uganda how they call it.
Okay.
And so we also have those kind of things.
Omgatwa Philip. Now I've got the name right.
Omgatwa. Omgatwa is minister.
Omgatwa is more like honorable or
honorable.
Omgatwa. I need to understand. Let's now break this down for the young generation that have grown up within the central region per se.
Yes.
Where is the kingdom headquarters? Let's say the main. If someone is looking for the main palace, and how is it called in Runyoro?
The kingdom headquarters is at Karuzika. Karuzika is Hoima Palace. We call it Karuzika. That's how we call it. Palace is English, and it is found in Western Uganda. Actually, we have nine districts for that kingdom. First one is the Hoima district, Masiri district, Kirandongo district, Kagati district, Kakumiro, Kibale, Kikube, Bulisa, and Hoima city. Now the city has just come in, so we count them as 9 entities there. Western Uganda, so it is found.
And now which other activities are you looking forward to as we close up this entire 100 years celebrations this year?
Yeah, that's what I told you. First of all, we
You didn't mention of the marathon coming.
The marathon is coming.
Now I want to look at the final day of the celebrations. What is likely? Just give us a clear picture of it.
There's not really such as final day.
Okay.
Because it's a series of events
happening. And
how many? We have about I think 10 of them.
Yes.
But I didn't come with a list here. But with the beginning, we are starting with the marathon.
Okay.
That's what we want really to use as kind of something to break the ice.
Okay.
After launching, the launching was done in Kibale district. Now marathon is going to be on Saturday. That's what you're looking at. Everybody is on board. We have many partners. Airtel has come on board. UBC. We've got NTV. I mean, NBS, New Vision. So that's the first thing we want to do, and it's what we're right now focused on.
Okay.
Then after this one, we shall have this talk show, Kampala Serena.
Oh, yes.
On November 15th.
That one which will include dialogues and conversations.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what we are now focusing on. Then, of course, for this, the Kabalega Center, that is really, you can see it's a big project. It's going to cost us about 2 billion shillings, 2.3 billion shillings according to the budget.
That you set up?
Yeah, I want to set it up. We have many people willing to come on board, by the way. Many banks have showed interest to join us and put it up. So we want everybody to be on board. Okay. That's what we want to also to do this year. In other words, this year begins from 6th of April up to 5th of April next year.
Next year.
We have lined up a series of events.
On the eve of the 101.
101 years. And we want to make this, actually, we want to make it annual.
Okay.
Like annual what? Commemoration.
Okay.
We also have another big day in Bunyoro called Empango. Empango is a matikira.
For the current
for the current, Empango is the day when the current Omukama was enthroned. So we celebrate it every year on June 11th.
Okay.
And then that's when every Bunyoro comes out. Kwetumbra means
coming out to identify yourself.
Identify yourself. You dress nice, the best attire. Ladies, they wear a suka for the old ladies. Girls and ladies wear a suka. Then Wakaikuru, Mwenagiro is the same, like this. You see, like this. Sorry, this is for Asian wear. Swat is the cultural wear. This Gomez came from Uganda, by the way. A man called Gomez came from Arab countries. He came and showed this Gomez here. We also wear Gomez's as Banyoro, but our traditional wear is this one, Mwenagiro.
Okay.
And when you are doing Empango, you see how women dance. Women dance with this thing. They turn it gently, Mnyoro. For men, for us, we wear kanzu, kanzu and a koti. So every Mnyoro comes out on that day of Empango, Kwetumbra. We network, showcase our culture, because this cultural tourism is very, very. In fact, Wazungus now are kind of tired of seeing animals. So now they also want to see, how do you make our food? How do you make a dodo over binyegwa?
We want to trace the African culture.
Because in tourism is what we call tangible tourism.
Okay.
See animals, see the buildings, see what, but it's also intangible tourism.
Intangible. Where you're looking at cultures.
Yeah, things you cannot touch, but they're there,
Very
and they're there, and they say, how do you make this food? How do you do this? So and that's why we come in, and we have a lot of sites, cultural sites in our place. Gasani is where the kings were buried. We call them Amagasani. Okay. And one of them is at Imparo, the main one where the Kabalega is resting. Is called is at Imparo there, from Hoima City to Masindi Road. Yeah. 3 kilometers from town. Okay. It's a very big. It's actually that's why there's a Mukama Ikingura Kabalega is resting there. Even Winnie, Mukama his son Winnie is also resting.
He's also resting there.
So we want to all those sites. We want to also put them. They have been wasted for the last 27 years when there was no kingdom. When they are not in Uganda, they were abolished from 67. All the kingdoms were abolished in Uganda. So most things had gone really out of shape.
All right.
So we're trying to revive them.
And besides that, now my journey to learning Runyoro also kicks off today. I hope yours as well. I am with Omugatwa Philip Katahoire, and I've been told Omugatwa means honorable. Honorable. So at least we can all start off from the same. True, and after the break, when we do now after the break, when we do return, we have conversations rotating around preserving the Bunyoro culture, and as well looking at the Bunyoro people or people of Bunyoro Kingdom best in the diaspora? How do they interact with those back at home? Big conversations coming up as we are still having conversations rotating around commemorating 100 years since the demise of Omukama Kabalega. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Finally, Uganda gets to host the 2027 AFCON, the most prestigious soccer tournament after 70 years from the launch in 1957 in Khartoum. This follows a successful bid by a joint East Africa countries of Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda dubbed Pamoja. Despite a combined 15 appearances, 7 for Uganda, 6 for Kenya and 2 for Tanzania, no East African country has clinched the trophy, making the 2027 African Cup of Nations a chance to rewrite history. The Pamoja triumph stands as a testament to the strength of our regional ties, forming a formidable bloc for trade, identity, market and security. This monumental event will gather the continent's top soccer talents against the breathtaking backdrop of Africa. From the towering Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, the highest peak in Africa, to Kenya's unparalleled tourist attractions, and culminating in Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, home to the iconic Big Five and the source of the world's second longest river. AFCON 2027 promises an unparalleled experience both on and off the pitch. What are your expectations as the Pamoja project takes shape? Join the conversation this Wednesday, October 4th, exclusively on your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda. Don't miss out on this unforgettable journey.
I got it. What do you mean you got it? Have you won a lottery?
Yes, this is kind of like a lottery to me.
Let me see. But these are your receipts now.
Yes, exactly my point. See, I had tax areas that had accumulated for a while now, and I was burdened by the penalties and the interest. But guess what? All I had to do was to pay my principal tax, and now I'm free.
What?
Yes.
How? I mean, it's impossible.
It is possible. The government has done it. Yes, the government has given a chance to all taxpayers to pay their outstanding principal tax that accrued until 30th of June with no interest or penalties.
But now they're really...
Imagine, yes! So yeah, all you have to do is simply pay your principal tax and enjoy the waiver on penalties and interest. And this goes up to the end of December 2023.
How do I do that to also enjoy the waiver?
All you have to do is simply pay your principal tax to benefit from waiver on interests and penalties that runs till end of December 2023. Pay your outstanding principal tax using the available payment channels or simply dial *285# or visit the nearest URA office for guidance before 31st December 2023. Remember, this chance comes only once.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
The Women Trade Fair for this year brings you the Black Friday earlier than ever before. Get ready to buy what you need at a 50% discount. Home appliances like fridges, cookers, TVs and so much more. Boda bodas, tukutukus, soap, detergent, cooking oil, sugar, rice and so much more. Don't miss to get what you've been longing for at a discounted price of up to 50% at the Women Trade Fair Black Friday from 3rd to 10th October. Proudly sponsored by Total Energy, Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat, Stanbic Bank, Uganda Breweries Limited, Tembo Seals, Uganda Bati, Simba Automotives, and Node Group.
Water, please. Can I pay with Momo?
No.
Ha. Hey, can I pay with Momo? Ha.
Here's our merchant
Oh, very good.
7 mega?
20. Can I pay with Momo?
Unfortunately, no.
Ha. Baby, let's go.
When paying with MTN Momo comes with more benefits for everyone, it just doesn't make sense not to have it.
Hello, I've come for it.
Can I pay with Momo? Ha.
Yes, you can. Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cashback every week. It's free of charge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
I don't remember what you were doing at the age of 16. Mine was a different one. I was sitting my UCE examinations. I won't mention the year, but a little bit back then. But besides that, at the age of 16 years, I've been told, Omukama Kabalega managed to bring back the Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, and of course, reuniting those who had lost hope. Of course, that is something that you can start up from today to ideally have confidence that you can change the narrative of life and society as well. Now, this morning, we're talking culture and tradition, but not only that, looking at the Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, 100 years since the demise of Omukama Kabalega Chwa II. And of course, this conversation, as we started at 9 o'clock, I had Omugatwa Philip Katohire, who is a honorable. Omugatwa is Honorable Philip Katohire. He's the Minister for External Relations. Now, we are as well honored to be joined by the Prime Minister of the Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, that is Omuhikira Andrew Byakutaga, or what you could call Right Honorable Andrew Byakutaga. A very warm welcome to GMU Extra.
Yeah. Thank you very much for welcoming me, and I'd like to extend warm greetings from Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, from His Royal Highness, the King of Bunyoro, Dr. Solomon Gafabu Saiguru I, and the people of Bunyoro. Kandi kumaza kubaramukia abali at UBC nokubakia kuramukia kandi nokusemererwa nti nyenkien tuli hanu kuhanura ndikubaza abintu bikwata kama wetu Bunyoro Kitara na byafaayo bya Bunyoro Kitara.
Indeed. I will slowly get to understand what those words mean, trust me, with time. I said I have started my journey to learn Runyoro today. Now, Omuhikira, speaking of 100 years of commemorating Omukama Kabalega, what does this mean for the kingdom and the people of Bunyoro?
Thank you very much once again. The kingdom decided to commemorate 100 years since the demise of Omukama Kabalega Chwa II. And this would be really to celebrate his legacy, to celebrate the life of a man, a hero, our hero, the people of Bunyoro, a great man of Bunyoro, a great man of Uganda, and a great man of Africa. And really, to summarize that legacy, there are three things we have been looking at, and you've already mentioned one of them. That is uniting Bunyoro. By the time Omukama Kabalega took over the throne, that is in 1869, Bunyoro was divided and was being ruled by some chiefs, some warlords, and so he fought them and united Bunyoro. And the second thing was he introduced trade. Okay. Trade, there was a lot of trade taking place in Bunyoro, and people prospered. There was trade in salt from Kibiro, ivory. Of course, ivory at that time was not a banned product, the agricultural products, and many other things. So there was a lot of prosperity, and people were carrying out agriculture and many other things. Then the third thing, of course, was he fought foreign aggression and foreign dominance.
Into the kingdom affairs.
Yeah, into the kingdom affairs. So that the Bunyoro remained independent. He fought for our independence. And also, actually, he was approached several times by colonial agents, some of them coming from as far as Egypt, some of them coming from Europe, trying to get him, allow Bunyoro to be colonized or to become part of the other colonies which were already existing. So he did that, and he fought up to the last moment. So really, those are really some of the values for which we remember Kabalega. But the point is that this celebration is meant to rally our people, to mobilize our people, and also to show people that even in terms of challenges, if you can be brave and overcome these challenges. And that's why we want to celebrate. That to show the young people, you already mentioned that he became king at 16. Yes, to show young people that you can do something. You can become a leader in whatever you're doing and become a hero. And so we want many heroes in Bunyoro, because we know that if we get many heroes, they make a very big contribution to our kingdom and to the people of Bunyoro. So really that's what this celebration is about. And on 6th of April this year, we started the celebrations in Kivale district, in a place called Kikangara. Actually, that place is said it's said to be where he ascended the throne in 1869. So we also decided to start the celebrations from there. And on that commemoration, that celebration, we launched some books. We have 3 books which have now been authored by our people, because part of this celebration we decided that we get people, the Banyoro, to author books about Kabalega, our history, because a lot of history has been, a lot of books about Bunyoro were authored by
either the white people, by the way,
colonial service officers,
or a few scholars who are not Banyoro.
Yes, and so we realized there's a lot of distortion, and that's why we decided that we get books authored by our own people. So we launched those books, and they're already in the bookshops. You can access them. One is called The Life and Legacy of Kabalega Chua II, authored by Isaac Kalembe, who is our speaker of Orukuratu. Another one is authored by Dr. Yolamu Nsamba, who is a member of the Royal Commission.
Also, sorry to cut you short, are these both in Runyoro and English, or strictly Runyoro for the time being?
The one authored by Isaac Kalembe is in English, and the others are in Runyoro. Yeah, and so this was part of this celebration, that we get people, they write our own history and write it really in a manner which is understood by everyone. And also, I will give you an example. When we were growing up, we were told that Kabalega was a very brutal man. Very brutal.
No, that's the history we have.
Yeah, that if you woke up earlier than him, he would kill you. If you woke up later than him, he would do the same. Yeah, but this man was a very strict leader, and he wanted people to be. He wanted people really to do their work, perform their duties. So he was very strict. Yes. And in that, of course, if you have a strict leader and you have people who are not serious, they will interpret or misinterpret that. So that's the history we had. But now we realize that because being a king for 30 years at that time, he was a king for 30 years, he resisted, as I said, foreign aggression, who had superior firepower
at that time.
And that was for about 5 years. They had failed to capture him. So that's how tough the man was. And so these books have come out actually to show how the side many people didn't know, and the side
about the Omugatwa. Let me get back to Omugatwa Philip Kathaire for a moment now. You are the Minister for External Relations, and I want to believe we do have quite a number of people of Bunyoro living in Europe, the West, Asia as well. Now, how do you get them into the context of understanding that, well, the Bunyoro Kingdom is here, we need to preserve our cultures, regardless of where you are, you can still preach the gospel, or what I could say, the culture of Bunyoro Kingdom. How do you get in touch with them?
Yeah, thank you very much, Ma'am Sonko. In fact, we have been engaging them very seriously all over the world. And we have their database, we have their names, we want to know the qualifications. And even to help them also to participate in oil and gas, because there are missing opportunities here back home.
Yes.
There are many opportunities. You don't know what's happening down there. I wish you could visit Bunyoro and see.
I was in Bulisa.
Yeah, Bulisa only. But you see the roads? The roads, I think they're better than...
And the accommodation looks very lovely.
Yeah, so you see. So people outside there, they need to know what's happening here, want them not to miss out. what we did with with my boss's guidance, Katikiro, we have been to USA just recently. We went last July.
Yes.
We collected them all over the world, from London, from America, from Australia. We converged in Washington, D.C. From July 1st up July 5th last year.
Okay.
So we have made it now biannual. Because of logistics and finances,
yes,
we have decided to do it biannually. Okay. We are heading to London. I think they are listening, Daisy and everybody in London. We are heading to London. They're organizing. They have got the groups there. Okay. We have actually leadership from UK and America. Now they are organizing one in the UK. Okay. We want to go. You see, people say, when we go near them also, talk to them, they also feel really encouraged. So I've been going with Makatikiro. I want to go to UK. We want them not to forget the culture, first of all. Their children not forget their mother tongue. Yeah, because that's a challenge. So the books are being written. They should read them. That's what we have been doing. Okay. Yeah, so we are now one from next year. Shall see where to go next. Because we agree at the convention.
All right. Yeah. Back to the Prime Minister here. Speaking of preserving cultures, the norms, the values of Bunyoro Kingdom, what has the kingdom done so far? And with this particular campaign, this very year, 100 years, what is the kingdom looking forward at doing to ensure that at least even the ones we have in the country here don't forget about the Bunyoro Kingdom? We have a lot of intermarriages for now, and then we've got young children who are growing up from the central region. Others are only good at speaking foreign languages. They know nothing about their local languages. How are we preserving these cultures, and how are you as the kingdom making sure that at least the young generation gets to understand the entire image of Bunyoro Kingdom?
Thank you very much, Mwami Sonko. First of all, I would like to say that we are very grateful to His Royal Highness, the King of Bunyoro Kitara, because in 2017, he decided that we needed to make a change. He needed to change the way we were doing business, or the way the kingdom was being run, because there were so many changes taking place in the region and in this country, and realized that if we didn't change the way we are doing things as a kingdom, then possibly would be affected and lose out. The culture would be eroded, and also people may lose out. So he started a program for transforming the kingdom. And for us, we were appointed in 2018 to come and implement that program. And that's why I said I'm really grateful. So when we came in, he had already appointed a team of his advisors called the Royal Commission. And the Royal Commission was doing this work to put up a plan on how this was going to be achieved. So a scan, I will say scan of Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom was done to look at maybe what we would call a SWOT analysis, the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats. And so that culminated into a big volume of a book called Vision 2050. Okay. So when we were appointed, we were given that document by the king, and he said, I want Bunyoro to become prosperous and great in 30 years. So we got this book and prepared a plan. And from this plan, one of the things we realized, the most important thing, I think, is the people. That the people of Bunyoro, if their quality of life does not improve, then it's very difficult also to preserve and promote culture. True. So in whatever we are doing, it's important to ensure that the quality of life of the people improve. So that is part of the plan, and that is why we do so many activities. There's very many activities which are aimed at improving the quality of life of Africa, because we know that once their lives improve, then it's going to be very easy to promote and preserve culture. Because I'll tell you, whenever there are challenges, culture is always the first victim. True. Culture will be a victim. Nobody, you're not going to tell anybody to observe culture when they are hungry, when they are sick, when their children are not going to school. Very true. And so it's very important for us, and that's how we did this plan. Now, as the plan, of course, everything aims at the quality of life, and we're sure when that is achieved, the culture is also improving. Now, that is why, for instance, we are celebrating 100 years of Kabalega's legacy. That really will also bring out our culture. This celebration has a lot of things. I've already told you. We have books which have been authored. We've been doing, we are going to have a run, which you're already aware about.
Yes.
All these things are aimed really at improving our culture. We are going to renovate cultural sites, historical sites, and we're going to have a memorial lecture, one of these days, a memorial lecture on Kabalega, and all these really are aimed at bringing culture. But most importantly is to mobilize our people. Okay. Because we mobilize our people, we rally them, and then so that they observe the culture, we promote our language, because the language is one of the very important things, and actually it has also been affected very much by these challenges which have been in our area. Okay. Then of course we promote education, so that when we promote education like this run, and I'm grateful to Kabalega Foundation, which is spearheading this run, because the proceeds are going to go towards establishing Kabalega Education Fund. So when we
it's helping the people of Bunyoro.
When we educate our children, it becomes very easy also to teach them about the culture. If children are not in school and they are all over the place, it becomes very hard to engage them and teach them about our culture, our norms, and practices and traditions. So really, that is the approach, and I think that approach will really help us. And already, Octinisa Philip has told you about mobilizing people in the diaspora. That is one of the
other ways of preserving.
Exactly, we mobilize them, and they get to know what we're doing, what the kingdom is doing. They look out for our literature, and then we also engage them and continue promoting our culture.
So really, on education, Mr. Sonko.
Yes, please.
The other day I was talking to the Minister for Finance,
okay,
in his office just last week on Tuesday, and I think he's also watching. He told me if it was not for Bunyoro Kingdom scholarship, he would either be dead or would be in the village there, maybe just see their language thing in town. That man who made the economy of Uganda go, that money is the product of your Kingdom scholarship.
Okay.
And Mkamawinyi.
Well, gentlemen, it's quite unfortunate though that our time is fast spent. Now I'll be giving you 2 minutes each for your final takes on this particular issue, as well as sending your greetings to the people of Bunyoro and our viewers. I'll start with you, Omugatwa Philip Katahaire, please.
Inywe n'abanyoro bagezi bange nimbaramukia inywena kandi mwikale muri kurungi mutusapotinge ibintu byona bitukurambuka ma okubata bukama it's now a new system and regime muje mutegaiteho mututanizo itwena ndamukia mukama wange Dr. Solomon Saiguru the first nabagato bona baramukize mama wange Kigorobya Kitekura kuramukiza aboro wange mwikale kurungi inywena.
All right. And then we get to Omuhikira. Yeah.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to appreciate UBC for this moment and the viewers. It's unfortunate maybe we didn't have enough time, but I think we shall arrange for much more time so that we discuss a lot of these issues. But I'm very grateful for this program to bring out what Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom is doing in promoting and preserving culture and also improving on the quality of lives of our people. And I would like to call upon all of Bunyoro to continue supporting the kingdom activities, to continue supporting what we are doing, so that together we can really promote our culture. Ngonza kubaikiyaho kuramukia no kubasima abaikaire bali ha UBC kubasima habu ku emirimo imukora kandi no kwataniza hamu no bukama kutwara maiso obuhangira no baitu.
And lastly, my children, you know, the young ones are the ones who make the kibira. Mtiento goze kibira. Bana bange nywena Joy Agnes, Charles Mugasa, Eva Tracy Nyakasiki, Emily Abiteka Dieri, Kiza Fiona, Ivan Baguma Philip, Brandon Katahaire Philip in the USA, and Ashley, the young one. All of you support the kingdom, know what we are doing. We shall leave you to carry on the legacy also.
Well, in how do they say have a good day in Runyoro?
Osibe kurungi.
Osibe kurungi.
Osibe kurungi.
Yeah. Okay. And many thanks for being part of our discussion this morning. It has been Good Morning Uganda Extra. I'm Joram Paul Sonko, and with me this morning I've been having Omugatwa Philip Kathoire, who is the Minister for External Relations, Bunyoro Kingdom. So Omugatwa means honorable. Then I've also been having the Prime Minister of Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, that is Omuhikira Andrew Byakutaga. I'm playing around with these languages, trust me, and I will be good in one way or the other. I'm learning from today, Runyoro. Have yourself all the best for the day. Till tomorrow, goodbye for now.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
The Women Trade Fair for this year brings you the Black Friday earlier than ever before. Get ready to buy what you need at a 50% discount. Home appliances like fridges, cookers, TVs and so much more. Boda bodas, tukutukus, soap, detergent, cooking oil, sugar, rice and so much more. Don't miss to get what you've been longing for at a discounted price of up to 50% at the Women Trade Fair Black Friday from 3rd to 10th October. Proudly sponsored by Total Energies, Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat, Stanbic Bank, Uganda Breweries Limited, Tembo Seals, Uganda Bati, Simba Automotives, and Node Group.
A new dawn on Behind the Headlines with me, Timothy Nyangweso. Every Wednesday, live in our studios in the heart of Kampala, we have conversations that have analysis, explanation, but not every truth is fact, and not every